Graduates and guests, if you are able, please stand. Please be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your graduation ceremony here in Liverpool's historic Philharmonic Hall. I'm Professor Louise Kenny. I'm Pro-Vice Chancellor for the Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, and it is my absolute pleasure and honour to be awarding your degrees today. You are graduating today from an esteemed Russell Group University, the original red brick university, home of bold thinkers and an anchor institution in the great city of Liverpool for more than 150 years. You are following in the footsteps of 9 Nobel laureates. Just let that sink in for a minute. This university's mission is simple, and it hasn't changed since day one. During your time here, you may have seen inscribed on the walls of the Victoria Gallery Museum, the red brick building in University Square, the phrase, "For the advancement of learning and the ennoblement of life." It means that we have supported you during your studies, advanced your potential, and that we will continue working together to make a difference in the world. Now, you probably won't know that I, like you, studied here. I was a member of the graduating class of medics in 1993. The education that I received at this university changed my life. It has taken me to countries far and wide as part of a career that has challenged me, inspired me, and fulfilled me. You too have now proven to yourselves that you have the skills, knowledge, and determination to succeed. You are brimming with potential and now have a world of opportunities ahead of you. Today is all about celebrating you and your achievements. But to get to this moment, you have not been alone. You have been supported by your university community, the lecturers and supervisors who've taught you, some of whom are here with you this afternoon, colleagues who run our libraries, sports, accommodation, and other campus facilities, the Guild of Students, your friends, flatmates, and classmates, with whom you shared ideas, questions, successes, challenges, and all the highs and lows along the way. And cheering you on from the sidelines have been the guests that you've brought with you today. Loved ones who've provided support in a multitude of ways over the past few years, and probably throughout your life. They will be bursting with pride. So class of 2025, please let's just take a moment to thank these 2 really important clans of people. You will know now that university is a life-changing experience. It won't always have felt easy, but nothing truly worthwhile ever does. You've had to adapt to new ways of learning and living and be resilient, determined, and focused. Now, we live in an age where the value of a university education, what it's worth and what it achieves, is sometimes questioned and debated. Graduate outcomes, or in plainer language, the type of jobs you will undertake in the future and what you go on to earn, is a metric by which individual universities are compared and ranked. This matters, of course it does. It would be naive to suggest otherwise. But what also really matters, and these 2 things are not mutually exclusive, is the foundation of universities as institutions, where knowledge is created and disseminated. For societies to develop and improve, knowledge must be shared and passed to the next generation of people. To succeed in your chosen careers, you must embrace this. In any profession, you will need to balance working alone with being part of a team, working toward common goals, innovating, thinking critically together, and independently. You've begun to develop these essential life skills here at the University of Liverpool. As you go forward in life and in work, you will need to actively listen to other viewpoints, accepting that we all have different personal experiences, values, and beliefs, and that these are all valid. You will sometimes need to compromise and change how you feel about a problem or a question. You will always need to work with others, finding solutions and putting these into practice. Make sure you are listening as well as speaking. Make sure you are working together. Remember that tact and diplomacy is important, as well as confidence and assertiveness. Carry on finding the answers that solve the world's greatest challenges, and never, ever stop making progress. You will shortly be graduates of our esteemed Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, scholars of the allied health professions, nursing, and public health. Our researchers in public health policy and systems are seeking to understand and tackle inequalities in the wider social determinants of health and well-being, to address the substantial burden of disease from exposure to air pollution, and to analyse effective policy interventions to promote health and prevent non-communicable diseases, amongst a variety of other things. Our nursing and allied health professional researchers are focused on advancing patient experiences and our understanding of the same, clinical practice and our understanding of disease mechanisms, and various other health-related issues. Their research takes in areas such as optimizing radiotherapy technologies for the treatment of cancer patients, and investigations into mental health and well-being within student, healthcare, and veteran populations. Here at the University of Liverpool, we see research as an essential component of modern-day healthcare, and as students, I know you will have contributed to our research efforts in many important ways during your time with us. We are so incredibly proud of everything that you have achieved, not only within our university setting, but also in the wider community. Many of you have engaged in charitable efforts, from running marathons to publishing a recipe book in support of Bridge 2, a charity dedicated to supporting asylum seekers, refugees, and local communities across the city. You've also shown great dedication to professional growth. Some of you presented at the Orthoptic Symposium and the UK Imaging and Oncology Congress. Others took part in national conversations, such as the panel discussion with clinical partners during National Clinical Tutors Day. These experiences reflect your passion, dedication, and professionalism. They are qualities that will carry you forward as you enter the next stage of your careers as healthcare professionals, researchers, and leaders. Today, you join our incredible global alumni community of over 270,000 people spanning 171 countries. But your University of Liverpool journey is only one chapter in your story. When you turn the next page, remember that you are now our greatest ambassadors. It is through the achievements of you and the rest of our alumni community that we are known. You are our role models for the next generation of graduates in our fields. We hope that you will return to the university and stay in touch with us as your career progresses, sharing the rest of your story with us and future generations of students. Before I finish, there are just a few more things that I want to say to you. Whether you have decided to go into the workforce immediately or enter further study, you are doing so at a time like no other. The sheer scale of options and opportunities available to you is actually absolutely astonishing. From the global nature of the workplace to the speed of technological change, including through artificial intelligence, the chance to make a difference in the world has never been greater. But with great opportunity also comes great challenge. And in a world facing war and conflict, health and social and environmental challenges, we have never needed bright, determined, and talented graduates more. You are the generation who will crack so many of the problems facing humanity. You are our future leaders, our change makers. It will take lots of hard work and talent to pursue the careers you have chosen or may yet to decide upon. But be excited about your prospects and grab every opportunity. Remain curious and keep asking questions. Keep learning throughout your life and be generous with your time, stopping to help others. And always remember why you chose your academic discipline in the first place. Because if you feel passionately about what you do, it is easier to do it with enthusiasm, energy, and commitment. The most important thing is to choose a path that fulfills you. Class of 2025, I hope that you have made friends and memories here at the University of Liverpool, which will last a lifetime. Thank you for listening, and congratulations, Class of 2025. I now invite Professor Rebecca Rylance-Graham, Dean of the School of Allied Health Professions and Nursing, to present graduands from the Institute of Population Health for admission to their degrees.
Good afternoon, families and friends, and most importantly, our graduands. Today is truly the highlight of the academic year, and it is my honour and privilege to present this afternoon's awards. Pro Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate and the Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, I present to you for admission to the degree of Doctor in Philosophy in this university, Sian Fennings-Chandler. Courtney Franklin, Anna Louise Kearney, Victoria Sarah Lowers, Sarah Louise Mather, Andrew Richard Riley, Prasunsa Suba, and Imran Zahir. The degree of Master of Public Health, Amira Chowdhury. Sahandra Rajipa. Degree of Master of Science, Advanced Clinical Practitioner, Luca Alfati. Madeline Ruth Barron. Leanne Bowie. Kirsty Louise Buckley. Kyra May Burke. Abigail Cardwell. Laura Ellis. Natalie Marie Erickson. Andrew James Fox. Kate Elizabeth Fife. Scott Thomas Brawley Garrity. Andrew Ian Hayes. Lauren Hill. Laura Haley Howard. Louise Hughes. Rebecca Kathleen Jones. Pumanjeet Kaur. Ellie Lyons. Hayley McWilliam. Jonathan William Orson. Vashika Vita Rabidia. Mark Shannon. Jade Victoria Spencer. Sally Ann Tasker. Richard Chibwe Tembo. Claire Thomas. Daniel John Toll. Amy Jane Wilson. Rebecca Wright. Diagnostic Radiography Pre-Registration, Neve Brady. Kane Brennan. Isabel Sarah Clines. Isaac Samuel Joseph Collins. Rachel Mary Farraher. Laura Nicole Hope. Mohanad Adam Hussain. Shannon Marie Johnson. Ellie Lloyd. Ewan Keo Ufili Ulu. Grace Mary McCurta. Hanson Chima Ofor. Heather Pontac. Laura Quinn. Millie Charlotte Scotchbrook. Noor Latif Sayed. Georgia Nicole Smythe. Eleanor May Thornton. Alexandra Iwa Wainane. Emily Rose Walsh. Sophie Whitelaw. Mental health nursing with registered nurse status, Erin Brain. Emmy Cameron. Ryan James Dixon. Holly Elizabeth Inman. Liam Jones. Sophie Lafferty. Adeo Shakirundine Lawal. Zara Nazim Mohammed. Suzanne Rowe. Matthew Allen Swords. Walter Oguwachu. Kieran Sean Ujuda. Erin Weston. Nursing, Priscilla Ofusuhe Maya Seydu. Sheetal Damki. Claire Robinson. Occupational therapy pre-registration, Intisar Noor Abdur Rahim. Oluwaseyi Funmi Gloria Afolabi. Onjo Alam. Oh. Testimony Oluwadimilare Alabi. Ella Kate Bartlett. Amelia Louise Bennett. Yevhenia Budor Rahinu. Eve Stamford Chesters. Katie Noel Crowley. Boriana Alenkov. Bethany Charlotte Evans. Faye Eleanor Hart. Claudia Fleur Holzer. Megan Erica Johnson. Hoi Ming Lau. Yin Tung Lee. Cheryl Ann Rishta Lynch. Ira Yusufani. Physiotherapy pre-registration, Samantha Judith Agnew. Ryan Jamie Brewster. Yuting Evelyn Chan. Sik Chi Cheng. Si Chan Chu. Oliver James Cook. Ewan James Cowan. Christy Owen de Podesta. Mohammed Sameh Mahanid Hosni Youssef El Fangarni. Darren Mark Evans. Merlin Laura Evans. Jasmine Eza Tola Paul. Jonathan Daniel Garcia. Louisa Mary or Marie Hulls. Sajin Singh Johal. Lucy Claire Marguerite Jones. Lockton Lamb. Natalie Hu Yeelim. Anaya Ariana Liptrot. Chung Hang Glock. Mary Kaching Lock. Emily Margaret McBurney. Elliot Joseph Palmer Clark. Kieran Richards. Beyond Tombs. Chloe Emma Hunt. Deepmala Jalarch. Oh, somebody's waving at the back. We'll come back to them. Apologies, everybody. Dan Clifford Samuel Watterson. King Fai Wong. Tasi Ning Gabrielle Wong. And Imogen Grace Woodward. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I now present to you the following who have been awarded a postgraduate diploma in this university. Nursing, Ria Joseph Elimatil. Therapeutic Radiography and Oncology, Kaylee Erin Forsyth. And Emily Jago. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I now present to you the following who have been awarded a postgraduate certificate in this university. Critical Care, Rini Abraham. Belini Chamalka. Caitlin Lauren Bowie. Romy J. Della Kudra Calves. Sophie Corbett. Lauren Field. Rebecca Louise Galliandro. Gino George. Jennifer Elizabeth Goyers. Lee Holden Levitt. Holly Samantha Hughes. Chloe Emma Hunt. Dimala Jalach. Jerin Ann Joseph. Sandra Keita. Carolee Page Kirby. Denny David Cocken. Gypsy Manjali Jose. Johnsy Midhun. Remia Madarakishan. Tamia Rose Mary. Sarah Jane Stringer. Anu Thomas. Sunil Varghese. Anju Ajita Kumamari Vijay Kumar. Louise Alexandra Walters. Cross-sectional imaging, Chloe Hall. Chiduban Daniel Ahimi. Jessica Vaughan Roberts. Health Science Studies, Chin Ho Wong.
I now invite the public orator, Professor Sally Sheard, to present the honorary graduand, Dr. Ruth Hussey, for admission to their degree.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor. Born and raised in North Wales, Ruth Hussey came to Liverpool to study medicine here at the university, graduating in 1979. She's made the city her home, initially specialising in general practice, then moving into academic public health with a senior lectureship here at the university. Ruth has worked to put Liverpool at the forefront of the second incarnation of public health as a multidisciplinary discipline. It's echoed the city's pioneering role in the 1840s. She developed and led a new Masters of Public Health programme to train future generations of practitioners to work both locally and globally. Ruth took this new approach into Liverpool City Council and the NHS when she was appointed as Director of Public Health in 1991. Over the next 10 years, she worked to fully restore a shared responsibility for public health. She led the development of the first City Health Plan, which became a model for the World Health Organizations. And she's explicitly addressed poverty as a root cause of ill health. She advocated for a reallocation of resources into primary health care through the rationalisation of Liverpool's multiple hospital sites, and ensured that community values were heard and respected in these challenging negotiations. Ruth then moved into leadership roles at Cheshire and Merseyside Strategic Health Authority and its replacement, the North West Regional Health Authority. She then moved into a national post at the Department of Health, where she led on the move from public health back into local government and continued to push for a needs-based allocation of resources to tackle health inequalities. In 2012, Ruth was appointed as Chief Medical Officer for Wales and Medical Director for NHS Wales, her final full-time post before retirement. In Wales, she found a public keen for greater involvement in decision-making on health and healthcare. She's championed value-based healthcare, drawing on patient-reported outcomes and on partnership working. Ruth has been committed to reducing inequalities in health, and she served on numerous national policy and advisory boards. She was a commission member of the Lancet Review of the Future of the NHS. And in 2017, she chaired a parliamentary review of the health and social care system in Wales, which proposed far-reaching changes. She has held significant non-executive roles, including as chair of the Healthcare Inspectorate Wales Advisory Board, deputy chair of the Food Standard Agency, and directorships at the Health Foundation, the National Institute for Health and Care Research, and the Cheshire and Mersey Integrated Care Board. Ruth is also a trustee of the Liverpool-based charity The Reader, and a very keen supporter of local organisations such as Feeding Liverpool and the Advice on Prescription Service. Ruth was appointed Companion of the Order of the Bath in 2016 New Year's Honours. She has served as High Sheriff, Deputy Lord Lieutenant, and Vice Lord Lieutenant of Merseyside. Ruth's commitment to Liverpool, and most importantly, the ability to make change happen, have improved the lives of so many in our local communities and nationally. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Council and the Senate of this university, I present to you for admission to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, in this university, Ruth Hussey.
virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, in this university. It gives me great pleasure to invite Dr. Hussey to address the congregation.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Lord Lieutenant, graduates, families, members of the university and friends, it's with immense gratitude that I accept this honorary degree from the University of Liverpool. I'm humbled to be recognised by such a historic institution with such a huge global and local impact that you've heard about already. I also know how much you do to support, encourage and inspire students, and I thank you, the staff, for your contribution to building the next generation. And my thanks in particular to Professor Sally Sheard for the very generous citation and for the leadership that she gives to public health in this city and beyond. I know it's a very hot Friday afternoon and it's late in the day, but I want to say a few words about my experiences and hopefully make some suggestions about what might lie ahead for you. So I promise I'm going to be brief. On leaving medical school, this wonderful medical school, many, many years ago now, I had little idea how my career would unfold. Training to be a GP was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed every moment. And it showed me the difference between health in disadvantaged areas of the city and those more affluent areas. And that sparked my interest. I switched to public health, and it gave me the opportunity to try and reduce those health differentials, those health inequalities, and to improve health for whole populations, not one person at a time, important though that is. Addressing these inequalities needs a thriving society, which has the building blocks of health in place, such as good jobs, decent homes, strong education, green spaces, and clean air, as well as good healthcare. And as we saw only too clearly in the pandemic, these are fundamental elements of our health and well-being. Whatever path in life you take, it's important you find something that makes you want to do your most every single day. And I'm going to quote my professor when I was working in the Department of Public Health as a senior lecturer, a marvellous, inspiring man, Peter Farrow. And he used to say to me, find the fire in your belly, Ruth, the thing you want to put your energy into all the time. And I'd also say, if it's not the first thing you try, be bold and try again. Not least because in this fast-changing world, some of the possibilities that you come across in your lifetime may not yet exist. Indeed, you're going to be part of discovering and creating those new opportunities with an open mind. So I never forget his words, and health inequalities has been that fire in my belly throughout my working life in lots of different ways. It's been so central to everything I've been interested in. But he also said something else, and it's a word actually we've already heard from the Pro-Vice-Chancellor. He said, follow your nose, be curious. And again, it stuck with me. And one of the things I learned early on was the importance of working with people and communities. I worked in the health authority in the 90s, and the authority had plans to close a local family health clinic in a deprived part of Liverpool, mainly because it was being underused in a disadvantaged community. So being curious, we asked the community, why is that? Why is that the case? And the answer was because the services that were provided wasn't really what they needed. Quite simple, really, only we'd asked. So a new service was developed in partnership with those same people. And it's still there now, and not only that, but it's flourishing and it's expanded into a huge multidisciplinary service in that disadvantaged community many years later. And what I learned in working with that community as an academic and a professional, where one's expertise and one's credibility comes from scientific knowledge and evidence, everything that you've learned, gives you that credibility. But what they said, in their words, we all have knowledge, it's just different knowledge. And listening matters. And it's pretty humbling, but important to recognise that all knowledge is valuable and important to hear. And people said to us very clearly, we're the experts in our lives, not you. And it's something which applies when listening to individual patients as much as listening to communities. And it's something that's stuck with me through my whole working career. Listen carefully to what people are telling you and work together to generate solutions. And finally, to the graduates, today is a celebration of your hard work and your talent. You're stepping into a world that needs your curiosity, your courage, and your conscience. And if you do one thing from today, if you take one thing away, I encourage you, find the fire in your belly and follow your path to whatever destiny holds for you. And whether you pursue research, clinical care, advocacy, policy, whatever it might be you decide to do, never underestimate the power of your voice and, most importantly, your values. The future of the public's health will be shaped by what you choose to do with your knowledge, and more importantly, by how you choose to serve others with it. Let's all continue to work for a world where health is not defined by postcode, income, or circumstance, but where every person, everywhere, has the opportunity to thrive. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Hussey, for that inspiring address. I now invite Professor Rebecca Rylance-Graham, Dean of the School of Allied Health Professions and Nursing, to present the remaining graduands from the Institute of Population Health for admission to their degrees.
Pro Vice-Chancellor, I now present to you the following who have been awarded a postgraduate certificate in this university. Ophthalmic Nursing, Maureen Hiro. James Anthony Ortega. Paula Pocock. And Delilah Villacorta. Pro Vice-Chancellor, I now present to you the following who have been awarded a postgraduate award in this university, Advanced Clinical Practitioner, Paula Mary Shepherd. Pro Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Senate and the Faculty of Health and Life Sciences, I present to you for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Nursing with Honours in this university, Shahid Ayed Alanazi. Carolyn Davis. Gemma Louise Dimsdale. Georgia Foundation. And Rachel Jennifer Smith. Degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Diagnostic Radiography, Naima Ahmed. Zainab Abdallah Tuani Al-Balushi. Millie Allen. Jessica Allen. Patricia Antilla. Hannah Armstrong. Claire Birtles. Kimberly Briggs. Lucy Charnock. Yuichin Chu. Eleanor Clulow. Magdalena Collins. Amy Cowley. Lucy Elliott. Thomas Evans. Declan Joseph Ferguson. Angelica May B. Fernandez. Harriet Green. Madeline Grindley. Rachel Hannah. Jarvis Hines. Lila Jones. Lois May Jones. Thomas Keir. Wan Hee Law. Rosie Lewis Head. Man Chun Lo. Katie Lithgow. Alison Jamie Marr. Isma Mahmood. Charlotte Mason. Mia McAvini. Rachel Louise McKeating. Peter Meadows. Olivia Alexandra Murray. Jamie Kira Saguse Naldoza. Rhiannon Node. Hannah Peter Paul. Molly Plummer. Lara Roberts. Katie Royal. Dusty Sains. Katie Shalito. Alicia Stewart. Chantal Tabunda. Emma Rose Tamioso. Rachel Wilson. Abigail Louise Wynne. Chin Nam Wong. Sun Luan Wu. Health Sciences, Hawa Nua Ashraf. Occupational Therapy, Tegan Ainsworth. Fatima Adil Ibrahim Al-Balushi. Louise Allen. Amy Bell. Rachel Bradshaw. Laura Jane Brolly. Miriam Grace Bromley. Emma Burns. Nell Canham. Charlotte Chun. Jodie Clegg. Alison Clift. Joshua Cuddy. Orla Cunningham. Evie Davis. Clara Denny. Molly Dixon. Caitlin Herity. Charlotte Hopkinson. Lucy Gill. Rebecca Kirkwood. Ellie McLean. Willow Rose Matthews. Ruth McIntyre. Jenny O'Brien. Leisha O'Hara. Katie O'Toole. Amy Victoria Parnham. Katrina Pascal. Ellie Marie Porter. Sally Christie Reynolds. Tanisha Jagpreet Kaur Sangua. Olivia Alice Senior. Vivian Smith. Amy Laurenstein. Chloe Strong. Megan Sefel. Lauren Swan. Chuk Yoi Tang. Caitlin Veal. Orthoptics. Saiba Ahmed. Nabil Akbar. Victoria Anderson. Winging Cheng. Iman Chowdhury. Senyue Deng. Fatima Desai. Simrajit Kardoob. Kyla Evans. Katie Ann Golding. Emily Judge. Ellie Keane. Wyman Lamb. Rosie McNamara. Stiliana Panauta. Alicia Carrai, Ellie Lucinda Robinson, Hadiq Shah, Zara Thorpe, Anisa Ula Chowdhury, Yunyi Wai, Emily Williamson, Ikra Zafar, Physiotherapy, Shakar Albazaz, Jacob Bate, Elspeth Gluck, Lucy Blythe, Yola Brand, Samuel Breary, Sophie Brooke, Caitlin Brown, Claina Cartin, Wai Chun Choi, Ho Tung Chung, Jessica Clark, Kim Dutton, Lauren Goltress, Neve Geary, Benjamin Glacier, Emma Green, Elizabeth Greenall, Timothy Hardy, Isabel Healis, Kai Ho, Lena Holden, Jennifer Holloway, Imogen Honey, Keris Hughes, Hannah Marie Kelly, Ryan Nibb, King Tung Lai, Josie Livesey, Christy Lowe, Rachel McLaughlin, Dylan Michael, Anushka Milbanks, Sophie Mills, Holly Nelson, Orla Newbury, Holly Rebecca Newsham, Matthew Ormerod, Summer Osmond, Andrew Gregory Powell, Emily Priestley, Lucy Robinson, Sophie Robinson, Emily Russell, Edward Seagrew, Neve Sowerby, Esther Sutherland, Longting Marcus Tam, James Taylor. Alex Topping. Oliver Trickett. Benjamin Underwood. Gemma Vivian. Emma Wall. James Ward. Josephine Westgate. Sophie Williams. Sky Whitty. Hang Yin Wong. Sai Nok Wong. Yu Ting Wong. Alicia Francis Wright. Chucky Yu. Hoi Kyu Yu. Therapeutic Radiography and Oncology, Whitney Adamu. Rayyan Ahmed. Fajar Mawan, Ibrahim Ali Ansalari. Nua Hamed Rabia Al-Kahalalari. Balquiz Sayed Kamis Al-Qatari. Sarah Jane Bradley. Emma Brown. Liberty Byrne. Samuel George Chapman. Kai Chun Choi. Rex George Collier. Ella Crane. Rowan Harrell. Jessica Hopwood. Kerry Sarah Jones. Thomas Henry Kilshaw. Kenneth Shota Kinsley. Emily Marshall. Don McCartan. Leah McGowan. Maeve Murdoch. Amy O'Donnell. Ashley Pearce. Jennifer Rivera. Antonia Roberts. Madhia Shaban. Ella Catalina Shaw. Isabel Spatins. Yasmin Emma Wills. And Clara Yap. Biological Sciences, Dylan Stevenson. Degree of Bachelor of Science, Health Sciences, Malika Ashraf. Amberly Viscous. Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I make application to you to confer degrees on those candidates in the Faculty of Health and Life Sciences who have not been presented in person, but who have satisfied the examiners and who have indicated that they wish their degrees to be conferred in their absence. I certify that they are worthy to receive their degrees, and I stand as proxy for them.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit to their degrees those presented in person today and for those whom you stand as proxy.
Today, we are graduating students in a number of the health professions. All of these graduates will be members of the healthcare teams of the future and are required to take the Declaration of Geneva, which is loosely modelled on the Hippocratic Oath. Now, the Declaration was amended in 2017. This is the version that the students will be taking today. May I now invite Ken Kinsley, who has graduated today with a Bachelor of Science in Therapeutic Radiography and Oncology, to please come forward to lead colleagues in the Declaration of Geneva. Now, while Ken is coming forward, could I ask all graduates in the health professions, please, to stand? Ken will read out each line of the declaration, line by line. Can I ask all these graduates to recite together each phrase of the declaration after Ken has read out that phrase?
As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patients will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patients. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honour and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patients and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. And I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honour.
Thank you, Ken. That completes the Declaration of Geneva. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Hansen Offal, who has graduated today with a Master of Science in Diagnostic Radiography, to join us on stage to reflect on her student experience.
Hello, everyone. The Executive Pro-Vice Chancellor, distinguished guests, friends, family, and fellow students, I welcome you all to this memorable event. I am Hansen Chima Ofo, and it's an honor to stand before you today. Today, we are not just graduates, but fully qualified healthcare professionals. Yes, that's right. Some of us now get paid to stare at shadows and convince everyone we see things no one else can. It's like being Sherlock Holmes with X-rays. But let's not kid ourselves. This has not been an easy journey. Every graduate seated here today worked really hard to achieve their degree. I, for one, worked extremely hard at my dissertation project, which I presented at the UK Imaging and Oncology Congress just last month. We have all survived complex courses and modules, sleepless nights spent revising for exams and sourcing for references. And let's not forget the delightful thrill of trying to magically assimilate numerous lecture slides just 5 minutes before a TBL session. We've been grilled during clinical placements. We've powered through practical sessions. And at some point, many of us have wondered if we were really built for this as we battled with sleep while on night shifts in the A&E. Yet here we are, standing tall. Well, some of us are slightly hunched now, but standing regardless, ready to take on the world, or at least the NHS, which is basically the same thing. On behalf of all of us graduating today, I thank all family members, friends, and well-wishers for their support, without which none of this is possible. And the people and city of Liverpool for their hospitality. To the academic and support staff, for all your efforts, your dedication, and hard work, I give you your flowers. Special mention to those who started this journey with us, but for some reasons have not crossed the line with us today. On behalf of the group, I wish you good luck in your endeavors. Let's take a moment to truly appreciate what we've become. We are diagnostic radiographers, therapeutic radiographers, nurses, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, orthoptists, and other health professionals. We are the ones on the front lines, behind the scenes, behind the screens, behind the PPE, and essentially the cardiovascular system of modern medicine. Now, as we graduate, I want to challenge us. I want us to be more than just members of the clinical staff. Let's be problem solvers. Healthcare today is not just about diagnosing and treating. It's about innovation, adapting, consistent improvements, and stepping up when systems are stretched. The NHS can be described as one big, beautiful, chaotic machine. You can imagine it like trying to do CPR on a moving escalator. It's understaffed, it's overwhelmed, yet still standing. And it needs people like us, not just to fill shifts, but to change the game. To ask the critical questions, like how can we improve this workflow? Like what if we employ this new approach in this patient pathway? Questions that look beyond the standard protocols and ask how we can ensure that each patient feels seen, heard, and well understood. So wherever you find yourself, public hospital, private practice, research, academia, or perhaps inventing the new MRI machine that does not sound like safety boots in a tumble dryer. Remember this, your voice matters. You don't need a big title to create change. You just need curiosity, you need courage, and maybe a good cup of strong coffee or a can of Red Bull to give you wings. So go ahead, speak up in meetings, challenge the norm, offer solutions. When assigned a task, aim to do it the best way it can be done. Let excellence be your watchword. And please, for the love of lead aprons, teach the next generation that patient care and technical excellence are not mutually exclusive. Finally, remember to laugh. Healthcare practice will humble you. It will test your patience and sometimes even your bladder. But never lose your joy, because humor keeps us human and compassion keeps us real. We all have a why for choosing our respective professions. So when the times get tough, because they will get tough, always remember your why and let it motivate you. To the graduating class of 2025, congratulations. You've made it. Now, go light up the world. One X-ray, one scan, one cannulation, one MDT meeting, one treatment plan, one solution, and one smile at a time. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of the celebrations, and like my Scouse friends will say, it's Friday, so don't forget to grab some chicken and a can of Coke.
Hanson, thank you so much for that heartfelt reflection, full of humour and good grace. The late, great founding father of the NHS, Nye Bevan, once said that the NHS would last as long as there were people alive to care about it. In a room like this, on a hot Friday afternoon, full of bright young things who have dedicated the rest of their career to the NHS, I feel very happy and secure that it will last for a very, very long time. Class of 2025, over the last 5 days, across 15 ceremonies, we have graduated over 5,000 students in person and 1,000 more in absentia. You see a room full of academics on stage, but behind us are an army of people, campus support, the wonderful student support services, all unseen, all absolute heroes, one and all. So I would now like you, on behalf of the other 5,000 students who have passed through this hall this week, to give them a really big round of applause and lift the roof. And finally, class of 2025, you've done it. The NHS awaits. Go forth. Well done. I declare this congregation for the conferment of degrees closed.
Graduates and guests, please stand. Congratulations on your graduation. Enjoy the rest of your special day.